Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's one skill, just one, that's like a master key? A key that unlocks success in your career, your relationships, pretty much every part of your life. Well, today, we're diving into exactly that skill, communication. It's the foundation for everything, and if you're ready to totally transform how you connect with people, let's get into it.
So here's what we've got lined up. First, we're going to establish why communication is, without a doubt, the king skill. Then we'll get real about the common struggles that hold so many of us back. But don't you worry, because right after that, we're unlocking the solutions with 8 super practical keys to mastery. And finally, we'll put it all together so you can unleash your own potential. All right, so why do we call it the master key? Well, because think about it. Effective communication is what lets you deal with anyone, persuade anyone, and actually get your work done. It's the one skill that makes every other talent you have that much more powerful.
Man, this quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? I mean, the greatest ideas, the most brilliant insights, they don't mean a thing if they're just locked up inside your head. The ability to share those ideas, that's where the real impact is. That's where the magic happens.
Here's a cool way to think about it. In the jungle, right, the lion is king. It's all about power. Well, in the human world, communication is the skill that wears the crown. It's the king of skills because it governs everything, how we interact, how we influence, and ultimately, how we succeed.
So if communication is that powerful, why is it that so many of us find it so hard? The truth is, connecting with other people doesn't always feel natural, and a lot of us face some pretty big hurdles.
Do any of these sound familiar? That lack of confidence, the shyness that just kind of creeps in, that fear of saying the wrong thing. These feelings are so common. But the real danger is that they can cause us to get left behind while other people who communicate more freely keep moving forward.
But here is the good news, and it's really good news. Communication is a skill, and just like any other skill, it can be learned and it can be mastered. So now we're going to walk through 8 practical keys that are going to help you smash through those hurdles and unlock your own conversational confidence.
Our first key is to speak wisely. Now, this isn't about talking all the time. Actually, it's usually the opposite. It's knowing what to say and, just as important, knowing when to be quiet and just listen. When you cut out the useless chatter, your words suddenly have more weight, more value. Next up, key number 2. Ask questions. This is the secret weapon to making the other person feel seen and valued. When you show you're genuinely curious, people just open up. If you start with some light, easy questions, you're not just breaking the ice. You're inviting them into a real conversation.
Now, for a technique that seems so simple it's almost deceptive, but wow, is it powerful? Use their name. Seriously, just mentioning someone's name makes them feel important, respected. It sends a signal that you're focused on them, and that instantly builds rapport and makes you way more memorable.
And this quote just captures why that works so perfectly. It's a fundamental human thing. Hearing our own name, it's just psychologically pleasing. So using it is one of the easiest and fastest ways to create a positive connection. It's that simple.
Our fourth key is all about the energy you're putting out there. Speak confidently. And here's the crucial thing to get. How you say something often matters way more than what you actually say. When you speak with certainty, not arrogance, mind you, but certainty, people just naturally want to listen. They're more likely to trust you and be persuaded.
I mean, the difference is night and day. When you speak with doubt, you're practically inviting people to disbelieve you or just tune you out completely. But speaking with confidence, that builds trust. It makes your message stick. It's literally the difference between being heard and being ignored.
Key number 5 is all about clarity. Speak simply. The whole point of a conversation is to connect, not to put on some kind of intellectual show. Trying to impress people with a bunch of complex words you pulled from a thesaurus, it usually just backfires. The best communicators use simple, clear language that everybody gets.
On to key number 6, and this is one you can start using like right now. Speak with a smile. A real, genuine smile is magnetic. It makes you seem approachable, friendly. It just fills the whole conversation with positive energy. It puts the other person at ease in an instant.
Key number 7 is all about being a great teammate in the conversation. Be cooperative. This means you're not just standing there waiting for your turn to talk. You're actually listening to understand. Show you're engaged. Nod your head. Make eye contact. And here's the golden rule. Never, ever interrupt. Let people finish their thought. It shows so much respect. And our final key, number 8. Be updated. You know, great conversations need great ingredients. The more you know about the world, about people, about different things, the more you have to bring to the table. Being knowledgeable just makes you a way more inspiring and engaging person to talk to.
So there they are, the 8 keys. We've gone from understanding the struggle to literally holding the solutions in our hands. These 8 keys give you a clear, straightforward path from feeling stuck in conversations to mastering them with real confidence.
So, your journey, it looks like this. First, be honest and acknowledge the parts that are a struggle for you. Second, start consciously putting these 8 keys into practice in your everyday life. And the result? You'll be well on your way to truly mastering the art of communication. And that brings us to the final and most important point. Knowing this stuff is only half the battle. Taking action is what creates real change. So, I have a question for you. Take a second and really think. Which one of these 8 keys are you going to focus on and start practicing today?